Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for watching. This is my second YouTube video for my channel, and today I'm going to be talking about liability insurance, what it covers, what it doesn't cover, what it's broken down into, what the state requires, and why it's important to carry higher liability limits than what your state requires. Now, liability insurance is something that you have to have in order to legally be able to drive in the state of Texas. What liability insurance protects is the person that you hit in an at-fault accident. Now, your liability insurance is broken down into two parts. You have your bodily injury liability and your property damage liability. Now, property damage liability is the maximum amount that your insurance provider will pay for damage to another party's property. Bodily injury is broken down into two. So you have bodily injury for one person and then bodily injury per occurrence, and that's going to cover the medical expenses of anyone that you hit in an at-fault accident. Now, the bodily injury per person is the maximum payout that your insurance company is going to provide for each individual that has medical expenses in the accident. And then the second one, the bodily injury per occurrence, is going to be the cap total amount that your insurance provider will pay out for the medical expenses for that accident. Now, liability insurance is not going to cover any damage to your vehicle. So if you get in an at-fault accident, like let's just say you rear end someone and your car receives damage, your liability insurance is not going to cover any damage on your vehicle. It's also not going to cover any medical expenses for yourself. So if you get in an at-fault accident and you need medical help, your liability insurance is not going to cover that. Now, there is coverage that you can purchase on your auto insurance that will protect you and your vehicle. And I'll talk about that in a different video, or you can review it with your insurance agent and go over the types of coverage that is offered for you and your vehicle. Now, the state requires for the state of Texas that you have $30,000 per person, $60,000 per occurrence on bodily injury, and then $25,000 on property damage. Now, I always recommend to majority of my customers that you carry higher limits. That way you're better protected. I always recommend that you do $100,000 for bodily injury per person, $300,000 for bodily injury per occurrence, and $100,000 for property damage. Now, the reason why I say that you need to carry higher liability limits is, let's just say you get in an at-fault accident and the damage that you cause exceeds the limits amounts that you have on your liability coverage. Then you're going to be financially responsible for the difference. So let's just say you hit a vehicle that's going to cost more than $25,000 to repair. Well, your liability insurance is only going to cover you for that $25,000, and then you're financially responsible for the difference. So I always recommend that you carry higher coverage, and also carry higher coverage on medical expenses, because medical is very expensive, and God forbid, if you get in a really bad accident, you want to make sure that you're properly covered and that you're not going to be out any financial expenses or anything like that. So I always recommend that you carry higher limits than what your state requires. Now, at the end of the day, it is up to you, but in my professional opinion, I would recommend carrying higher liability limits. Now, I do have my email posted down below, so if you guys have any questions on liability insurance or about insurance in general, or any videos that you'd like for me to make for you guys, be sure to shoot me an email. I'm always happy to answer questions and get your opinion. Also, be sure to check out the Facebook page. It's Bailey Meek Insurance Provider. We post fun articles on there, and we have all our contact information so you can get a hold of us. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you guys like it, and subscribe to our channel. We greatly appreciate you guys' support, and appreciate all of your help in sharing the videos. I also want to today is Memorial Day, so I just want to say thank you for all the men who had died serving our country. You are heroes that will never be forgotten, and I truly appreciate all of you. So that's about it. Give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you. Bye-bye.